What's up guys, Christian here with Ford Momentum. If you don't already know, I drive a 98 Lexus GS400 that has been manual swapped and supercharged. For you budget-minded folks, this one's for you. If you don't like your exhaust tips, and I'll tell you, if you're running the stock oval tips, you really shouldn't like your exhaust tips. You got to get those things off of there. They're too small. I got some good ones for you. Anybody recognize what truck these came off of? If you said Dodge Ram, you are correct. 4.5 inch outlet, 2.25 inch pipe inlet. Perfect for my application. If you are going to run this on stock exhaust pipe size, you might need to run an expander. For the most part, any shop, any welding shop could put these on really quick for you. $50 for the pair. I've seen them for as low as $29 with $10 shipping, so $39 total. My stock tips right now look like this. They're single wall slanted 3.5 inch outlet. And then I have 2.25 inch piping under here. So I'm going to show you the basic process to getting these removed and getting the new ones installed. We'll be doing a little bit of welding today, nothing too fancy and nothing you can't handle or your local muffler shop can't handle. Let's get to it. What I did kind of off camera was take that sectioned piece and weld it, butt weld it actually to here, so it's like a shortened version of what you saw before. So before you saw something like this, and I shortened it down to this. I highly recommend that you take it to a muffler shop to get these tips put on. It's a lot easier, it'll save you a lot of time. There's the new, there's the old. This Dodge Ram tip is a lot more noticeable. It'll get all dark and sooty with time. So I'm thinking that's the placement I like. You know, you can have this adjusted to your liking if you want it sticking out. I know some guys like them sticking out. Some guys like them flush. You know, that's what's the great thing about cars, is you can do it the way you like it. It's amazing when you see these on the big Dodge trucks, they actually look kind of small because the truck is so big. But on these cars, it's just right. I don't think you need much bigger than that, really. The Dodge Rams have some cool options, like the Blackout Edition, and the tips are also like a dark color. So those might be cool on your car if you find some of those. I gotta cut this old hanger off, this metal here, figure that out on my new one. It's tacked. That means I can take this off, bring it back out, I can continue my weld around this thing and this thing right here off the car, which is a lot easier. I think I did pretty good for my first time. That's exactly where I wanted it. Not touching up there, of course, but pretty close. And then equidistant here on the sides, which one finger, it's perfect. And then there's a drain hole on the ram tips right here. So that gives you a pretty good indication of what straight up and down is, because these are slanted. Before and after, get a little closer there so you can see. And there's going to be a slight sound change. Anytime you open up or change the tip. For what it's worth, I'll do some sound clips here as soon as I get the other side on. I'm not going to walk you through all the steps on that side, but here in a minute, we will have the passenger side installed and you'll get to see it. Quick update on the fitment of the passenger side. Now, one thing worth noting on this side is I cut it farther back so that I didn't have to cut any of this pipe. So I worked on this piece more and it seemed to fit perfectly. Now, with you guys that have stock mufflers, you're gonna have to get creative because your muffler points are gonna be way different than what you see here. It's gonna be that way. And so the muffler shop can probably hook you up, work with you. Your stock pipe size, I believe, is 1.98 inches. This is 2.25. So you will have to have I think it's a coupler, so a 2 to a 2.25 coupler. The exhaust shop will know exactly what to do. But they'll be able to utilize this. That's the whole point. Okay, there's the finished product. I think I did a pretty good job. This is my first time ever fitting tips. So I'm gonna do a cold start after this dog shuts up. And we'll do some before and after sounds, and I think there'll be a little bit of a difference actually. That is definitely louder. Oh my gosh. That was way louder on cold start. Okay, I'll do a couple of little revs because it's cold. That absolutely changed the sound of the car. I am very surprised. It sounds good. Oh my gosh, I'm so surprised. I did not expect it to change the sound that much. You guys can drastically impact the sound of your car through the tips. Maybe some of you already knew that, and it makes sense because, you know, if you put your hands up by your mouth, the sound carries, right? Wow, I just didn't think that a 1 inch difference in diameter would make this much of a difference. I really didn't. Let's take this thing for a drive. I'll mount the camera in all different places. I'm also gonna do some outside clips. So if you've stuck with me for this long, I should have some great clips here coming up for you. I'll also try to compare the previous sound with the 3.5 inch tips to the new 4.5 inch tips. It might be too loud, but if it's too loud, you're too old.